Alright, this is J Dragon, and I'd like to welcome you to the Dragon Den. This is a J Dragon production, and I'd like to appreciate everybody that sits right there and watches this video. Thank you so much. And I also like you to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button for every video I lay down. Now, I'm just going to listen to this and all this music and see this good stuff that I've done over the years. I appreciate y'all. Alright, this is J Dragon, and Alright, today what we're going to do is we're going to use some primer in the spray can and use it to put on these little tabs. These little tabs are little pieces that fell off of a shoe that I was working on earlier, and I'm still working on right now. So I'm just testing out these primers to see if they would be good for maybe putting them on plastic and seeing how durable they could be. And that's basically what we're going to do today. So basically the first one that you see right there is going to be where the primer is by itself. Then the second one, I'm going to use a 3M adhesive spray to put onto it, see if it would hold long enough. And the last one will be with a, well, this is surface primer. This is mostly used for a those little kits and stuff like that, for tiny little projects and stuff like that. This is Krylon Fusion all-in-one paint primer, and it works all right, but we'll get into that later on. Then we have Rust-Oleum plastic primer paint and primer with added colors. So this is the 3M adhesion spray that I'm going to use in the middle for the first three, and then the next one I'm going to use it as a it's a Krylon crystal clear, and that's just going to use to put a clear coat over the front of it, and that combined with some of this stuff works really good so far. So if you like this video, give me a like, subscribe, and all that other stuff. But I'm going to go to my past self in just a minute and let it go, and you'll see what it turns out to be. Thank you very much. Now let it dry up a little bit. That one. And that one. Alright, we'll try again in the next couple of minutes. Finish up the last one, and that should be it. Now, I'm going to finish it off with the last bit of this, and see how well it does after it dries up and everything. And at that point, we should be done, and we'll get the rest of it done in the house later on. We'll do a stress test and all that other stuff. Let's get it done. See you later. Alright, this is going to be what I do. This is the ones without the excess stuff onto it. This is the ones with the 3M paint adhesion, and these are the ones with the Krylon crystal clear. That's what the KC, you get it. So I got the brush. Use this sandpaper, this to scratch it off, and this to see if it'll work. And what we're going to start off first is the brush. Looks somewhat decent. Like it took a little bit off the sides maybe, but if you put a little bit of coat on it, it might last better. This is the little primer that I have. This is what you put on little models and stuff. That's what this is. And scrubbing a brush over. It didn't even leave any little scratches or anything like that. This is supposed to be able to bond to it, both of them. Let's try the other one and see what kind of things we can get. Basically about the same thing that we got up here. It looks a little lighter, not as much as it did at first, but it looks like it didn't affect anything. And this is with the adhesion on it from the 3M. Sticky still, but nothing's wrong with it, and if you put a clear thing, it'll get rid of it. But a little bit's coming off, getting hair all over it. Pretty much probably the same thing with this. Yeah, it's taking some of it off. It's taking quite a bit of it off. But I wouldn't say putting that on before the primer. I say put the primer, that, and then the paint. Maybe it might help. This was the good looking one with the paint on. Sometimes it's hard to shoot this 3M stuff, so sometimes you should just do a test one, but this stuff is sticky even before you put it on, so yeah. It's still coming off, but it's okay. And this is the ones with the seems to be holding up. This seems to be holding up a lot more than the other ones were. Still a little bit on the sides coming up. Alright, let's get to the next step. Sandpaper. Nope. That was no problem. That too. As well. And that came up so easily after that. Same thing there. Yep. I knew that sandpaper would be quite. Damn, it's taking a little bit more to get it to do that, but doing this with the thing is more durable. The prime too, same thing. I have to put some real force down to get it to do anything. That time, same thing. Alright, now let's try this. So basically just pushing down onto the plastic. getting it to do this same thing. And that one too. That one, all the same thing. It ain't holding up at all. Same thing there. And even the new white stuff ain't holding on to the thing like it should. Same thing. I'm not putting a whole lot of force down onto it, and it's still doing it. Nothing's going to be permanent with this stuff. Oh, I'll have to reapply it again. See, I would stick with
I had a couple of seams pop open while sanding, so I just super glued them back shut, and I have a spiky end.
From what I could tell so far, it's best to stick with something like this and a finish. So far, that seems to be the thing that holds up the most and longer. So that's just about it so far. You can also use a different kind. These seem to work very well, but and you put a finisher on it, it'll hold up. It's a little bit durable. I wouldn't say it's perfect durable, but it's worked okay so far.